What's up, y'all? What's going on? We got a full gamer today for preseason football this evening, and I just want to jump right into it. Uh, I'm going to give you some plays that I like. These plays are pretty much going to be chalky plays, so throughout the day, you're going to have to, keep your eyes glued to Twitter to see if, who's in and who's out. I have some information on some teams and some teams I don't have information on. Just got in from work. I'll probably be getting ready to go my butt to bed right now. It's 7:30 a.m. But I couldn't go to bed before I dropped this dime on you guys. So let's just jump right into it. I don't have that much time to waste. Let me fire up real fast. Hold on. All right, let's go game by game for right now. We're going to stop right here at Indianapolis Colts and the Detroit Lions. So at the quarterback position for Detroit, for Indianapolis, we know Winston's not going to play. Then we don't know the status of Hundley right now. Hopefully he doesn't play, whatever the case may be. Then we'll see Eason and Ellinger. We know Ellinger. He provides us that rushing upside. We just need to know the playing time between these two guys, him and Eason, and these two guys can end up playing a half apiece, and then you'll be able to decipher things a little bit better like we've been doing for the first 2 weeks. Keep in mind, this is the last week of the preseason, so this preseason we only played 3 games instead of 4. So this is the last week of preseason. So we all know Sam Ellinger has that rushing upside. So, it's like a pick your poison type of thing. Anything can happen. Be safe out there in those streets. For the running back position, as far as the Indianapolis Colts, they probably won't be paying their starters like that. So, guys like Taylor, Marlon, and Mack probably won't see them. Taylor, Marlon Mack, and Nyheim Hines, you probably won't see them. So you can look at somebody like Jordan Wilkins, LeMay, and Deion Jackson. I could probably lean to LeMay, then Wilkins, or Wilkins, then LeMay. But LeMay probably be the higher owned. So, there you have it. Take it with a grain of salt, wherever the case may be with that. On the wide receiver side, you're looking at T.Y. Hilton, Pittman Jr., Pascal, Paris Campbell. Those guys are probably solidified. They probably won't play this game. Keep your ear to the streets. So the two chalky wide receivers that's standing out is Mike Strachan and Desmond Patton, and these two guys will be chalk. I lean towards Patman if I had to pick one, but both of them are in play. Those are the two that I like from this team, none more, none less. With that, on the Detroit side, they won't be playing their starters either, so we won't have no Jared Goff, but we'll have Boyle and Blah. So, Blah will probably be playing the second half against weaker competition, so either one of these guys you can look toward. They're probably, especially in GPPs. Running back position, I'm not too sold on any one of these running backs here. You got DeAndre Smith, Jamal Williams, Jamar Jefferson, Craig Reynolds, Dedrick Mills. I'll probably be looking at somebody like Reynolds. And on the wide receiver side of things, Tyrell Williams, Rashad Perriman, St. Brown, Raymond. I just don't know which way I would go here. I know the popular pick, and everybody would be going with is Tom Kennedy, but keep your eye on the to the streets. You might see a nice amount of Cephas. So and Geronimo Allison probably being played too. But I know for a fact Tom Kennedy, he's probably my choice from over here. I didn't touch on the tight ends, but I would probably be looking towards on the Indianapolis side somebody like Granson. he's in play for me, and somebody like I want to say Alize Mack. So those are two guys, and I do like Indianapolis defense going up against that Detroit team. It's one of my favorite defenses on the slate. Moving on over to the Pittsburgh and Carolina game. The starters are not expected to play for Pittsburgh, and Carolina stars are supposed to play maybe because they want to get a look at Darnold in the game. So Carolina stars will probably play over a quarter, maybe close to a half. So. And there will not be any Mason Rudolph, so it'll be Dwayne Haskins Jr. and Josh Dobbs. So I'd imagine I just don't know what to think. Josh Dobbs haven't played much, if any at all. He hasn't played much. They might be trying to get an extensive look at Dwayne Haskins Jr. We have to keep our ear to the street. So that makes, if they are trying to get that extensive look, that makes Dwayne Haskins Jr. a good play. Should be a good play. Running backs over here, Jalen Samuels, Ballage. I mean, we won't see Najee Harris, probably not too much Benny Snell Jr., Anthony McFarland. So, Anthony McFarland, Jalen Samuels, Ballage. I'll probably be looking at Jalen Samuels and Ballage. I won't be playing much, though, so that's something, I have to narrow that down a little bit more. If you guys have anything that you're leaning towards, let me know with that. Let me know. Let me know in the comments about that. Then the wide receivers, you probably won't see Deontay Johnson, Juju Smith-Schuster. Claypool has been playing a lot, but he probably won't be. Playing a decent amount, but he probably won't be playing either. We have to keep our ears to the streets. That opened up things for guys like James Washington, Ray McLeod, Cody White, somebody I haven't been going to, Rico Bussey, or Busey, however you pronounce his name, and Anthony Johnson. So it's just like I really need to get more clarification on who's playing. So we probably get a bombard of news throughout the day, but guys I know they'll be out there is Busey and Johnson, and probably some Ray McLeod and James Washington. Like I said, we just got to see, man, because I would love to get a nice piece of James Washington in my lineups, but we'll definitely have to see. Tight ends, Freiermuth, he did catch 2 touchdowns, so you keep an eye out on him. He's definitely in the thick of things if he can get touchdowns. You know what I'm saying, and or even if he might not get that much playing time or whatever, but. Eric Ebron, he probably won't be playing. So, and you can even look to somebody like Zach Gentry as well. Moving over to the Carolina side of things, I don't know how much the starters are going to play. Hopefully they, Sam Darnold, he's going to be one of the number one choices today. Just off the, based off the pure fact that they're playing their starters maybe into I don't know how long, but I thought I heard over a quarter, maybe a half. So that firmly put guys like Sam Darnold and Christian McCaffrey will not play. So another guy I'm looking at is Chuba, however you want to pronounce it, Hubbard. He's one of my favorite running back plays. And on the wide receiver side of things here, I'm looking at Robbie Anderson, if he's going to be out there. Terrence Marshall Jr. as well. Another guy I like is Shi Smith, especially for later in the game. Okay? And tight ends, you can look to, I don't know how much time these guys are going to be out there. Your Arnolds, your Thomases, whatever the case may be. But, you got Tommy Tremble. He'll probably be carrying the torch towards the end of the game. And I do like, I could probably get to some Carolina defense for the sole fact that they'll be out there playing, but I'm still iffy on that pick. I still do have Indianapolis as one of my favorite defenses. So Let's go over to the Philly and New York Jets game here. On the Philadelphia side of things, I don't know too much about their playing time. So it's just a wait and I don't know. It's like a wait and see approach right now. So, if we don't get word the starters playing, their defense has been getting torched in the secondary. So that's something that you can keep an eye out on, and you can make a mental note of that. So we don't know what we're going to see. We're going to see any Jalen Hurts. He had the shit last game or something. I don't fucking know what had happened, but it is what it is with that situation. Then you got the running back situation with the Sanders and Boston Scotts and Gainwells and Howards and stuff. So we probably won't see no Huntley. So if they don't, let's say the starters don't play or whatever the case may be, or don't not expect to play much. Kenneth Gainwell is one guy that he's gonna, be on my radar either way it goes. Devontae Smith, it'd be nice to see him get some nice run out there, especially with the quarterback Jalen Hurts, because they haven't played together. They haven't played together, so but he's definitely in play. Quez Watkins is somebody else I'm looking at as well. So. But I don't have any news. Don't have any news, so just gotta give it a wait and see approach so we know how to attack this team. I don't have any news of playing time. Just like guys like Dallas Goedert and Zach Ertz, we get news that these guys are in, and we can go to them. You know what I'm saying? So there you have that. On the New York Jets depth side of things, these guys are supposed to be playing a quarter or close to or half. So these guys, Zach Wilson. Excuse me. Ooh, I'm so tired. I'm sorry, guys. Zach Wilson is firmly in play, and on the running back side of things, I'm kind of iffy because I don't know which way, how I'm going to approach this thing. I just don't know how I'm going to approach it. I'm going to have to take a deeper dive into this. You got Ty Johnson. If PPR formats, he could be somebody that's really, really valuable. So then you got Michael Carter. So you got to keep an eye on that situation, man, because Michael Carter could probably be a nice pick today. So, those two guys I'm going to be looking at. On the wide receiver side of things, Corey Davis, I'm be looking forward to, I'm not going to play too many lines, but, man, if these guys are out there, you got Corey Davis, Jamison Crowder, guys like that, Braxton Berrios carrying the torch later in the game, stuff like that. And keep an eye out on, that's my name, by the way. My name is Denzel Mims, and, keep an eye out on Denzel Mims. I haven't heard anything about him, but if he ends up playing, he could be playing a lot. Me, by me and him having the same name, I'm looking to play him. So there you have that. Coming on down to the tight end side of things, it's the cross, the Herders, and excuse me, it's kind of in a flux over here. So it's like a pick your poison thing with that. Moving on over to the last game on the slate. Another game here that's going to be, we're straightforward on one end, but we don't know. We got an idea what's going to happen, but we don't really know what's going to happen. But we got an idea what's going to happen with the Kansas City Chiefs because, last week, Andy Reid, he stayed true to his word or whatever the case may be, but it could have been it could have went. I still think it could have went a different way, especially if Mahomes had a better outing. So we're gonna start with the Minnesota side of things. Kirk Cousins, the starters are not playing, so let's get that out the way. So you can look at somebody like Kellen Mond. It's unclear how much playing time he'll get, but he'll probably get the bulk. I don't know if I'll get to him, but in GPPs, yeah, he's probably, he's valuable, whatever the case may be. So, Dalvin Cook, probably won't see any Alexander Madison. So I like somebody like Abdullah Nwangu. He got banged up. We probably won't be seeing him. Edo Smith, I believe they just signed him. So you got AJ Rose Jr. Those are probably the two running backs that are in play for me. Amir and AJ. So those are the guys I'll be looking at. On the wide receiver side of things, you're looking at Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen. These two guys probably won't be playing. All right, D.D. Westbrook, he's not been. He probably won't be out there. He shouldn't be out there. So you're looking at guys like KJ Osborne, Chad Beebe, and Smith Marset. These three guys should be out there. I know Chad Beebe and Smith Marset should be out there. Osborne, I don't know he's going to have to be out there, I would believe. But, we get word that he's active. I'd probably like him 1, Marset 2, and BB 3. Or, either way to go, these guys will be in play. So down at the tight end side of things, Irv Smith Jr. probably won't be playing, man. So I haven't gotten that far. I need it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to update some of my plays in the player pool. All right. I don't know which one of these tight ends. I think I skipped over these guys a little bit, and so I have to do a little bit more research. And if you got a favorite tight end from this side, from the Vikings side, don't be afraid to comment. Let me know. Let's go on over here to the Kansas City side of things. Now Andy Reid said, similar to the same thing last week, that these guys can play over a quarter, probably close to 2 quarters or 2 quarters. And then, he did scale back and said something around the nature of, we'll see, some shit like that. So, anytime, if we can get Patrick Mahomes and get him out there, get him a couple touchdowns, whatever the case may be, then, or the starters for that matter, then, it's go, But keep in mind, the Minnesota Vikings, they're not going to keep their starters out there, whatever the case may be. But like I said, a good drive, you can bet on a good drive, man, he can run it up for you. You know what I'm saying? Patrick Mahomes. So there you have that. If we get word, Patrick Mahomes not going to play, he's going to play a series or whatever the case may be, you can look at somebody like Boucher. And that's somebody who's been on my radar and, in GPPs. And, somebody, he's going to be on a lot of people's radar. And he didn't do bad last week. Darrell Williams and Hilaire has been banged up, whatever the case may be. Hilaire is supposed to be good to go. Keep your eye on these two guys' status, okay? Jerick McKinnon looks like he got that number 3 locked up, but he might still get some playing time. We get word these guys ain't going or whatever the case may be, then, Darwin Thompson and Derek Gore is the guys that you're going to want to look for, all right? The wide receivers. Last week, Tyreek Hill, he suited up, but he didn't play. I didn't fucking get that memo. You know what I'm saying? I would have easily went to McCole Hardman. But if we get word he plays tonight, he might get those McCole Hardman targets because Patrick Mahomes went to him like crazy. Anyway, so we got to keep an eye to this news. And then we gotta trust our judgment for this news. This Kansas City news, because there's going to be a multitude of people that's going to be in play. They get short. One thing, Byron Pringle, he's going to be out there probably no matter what, even in the second half. DeMarcus Robinson, he can catch one. So some guys are firmly in play. We get news that these guys are going to get short playing time, really, really short playing time, or next to none. Then you can look at guys like Marcus Cam Powell and Fontaine, however you want to pronounce it. But here's the guy. Fontaine has been a guy who's been out there for a lot of the game. And, he's been getting this decent amount of snaps. So I have some interest in him. I have some real nice interest in him fighting for a spot. On the tight end side of things, you can look at Travis Kelsey. He was out there for a ton. Some reason he only got one target. They could have been preserving his body, anything like that last week. And that's something to make a mental note of and keep in mind. Minnesota will not be playing their starters. Noah Gray is a guy that they're high on, and rightfully so. He's been out there. He's been getting his targets. So he's a guy that he's firmly in play. Okay. And Kansas City defense, they're in play as well. So that's what I got for you guys, man. On the DFS side of things, remember, man, chop it up with me. Chop it up with me. Oh, for the betting side of things, all right. I had a screenshot here. As of right now, early in the morning, I like the Colts. I also like the Colts to cover the spread. I like the Carolina Panthers money line. This is solely based off quarterback play too, because these guys are running their starters out there for what I know. So, quarterback play is big in the preseason. This New York Jets pick right here on the money line is I'm kind of iffy on that pick right now because I don't know the status of, Philadelphia. If you're feeling froggy and you think that Philadelphia, they're going to come out and say, hey, we're going to play our guys, then you can easily jump on that money line for plus 200. You know what I'm saying? I haven't really and the Kansas City Chiefs as well. If you was to parlay this up, let's see. Okay, yeah, I did do a screenshot. As of right now, it came out to plus 466. So, there you have that. But, like I say, the line, and totals and, money line and total parlays, they haven't came out yet. I could see the under in this Colts game. This Steelers game in Carolina, and Steelers game, I can't really nail the total down on this one. The Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Jets, that over under is 34.5. I just don't know about that. And the Kansas City Chiefs and the Minnesota Vikings, it's possible that, because I don't know how they're going to play this, if they want to, if Mahomes comes out there, throw one, they come up and go up a quick touchdown or two, then I can see them probably taking out the starters, and then you might catch a under a 38.5. So that's something that you could really possibly think about, or whatever the case may be. But with that being said, guys, I'm out of here. No, you know what? I keep saying I'm out of here. Let me bounce over here to Prize Picks real fast, and let me see if I have a pick or two. I haven't looked at Prize Picks, but let me freestyle one. Let me freestyle one real fast, and I have to log in and shit, man. Damn. I'm not even getting ready to log in right here on camera like that, but I'll drop those picks in the comments. So come back. Hey, come back. You know how you say. Anyway, peace out, guys. I'm out of here, man.